Hey, what's up, guys? It's me, TSP Rav Shiva. Today we're going to start off with, first, let me talk about this because I love the UFC. I love Nina Drama, and Arman is a cool dude, especially after watching him in the conference tonight. If you didn't know what was going on, guys, I'm going to fill you in right now. We're going to take a look at this, and I hope that you guys can really appreciate and enjoy what she did here. Let's take a look.
You give me a date with your girlfriend Nina and I'll give you 10K. What do you say?
Uh-oh.
What do you say? You give me a date with your girlfriend Nina and I'll give you your 10K.
Giorgio! Hey! What was that? What was that?
We're going to have some one-on-ones
A shitty
available
promo.
outside this store.
Respectfully. It was disrespectful.
What part?
The part where you mentioned me up there. It's disrespectful.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to offend you.
No, because you were nice in the lobby, and I
Yeah.
took a picture. And I was trying to be really respectful, but I didn't like that shit.
Sorry.
I didn't like it.
I apologize.
Whatever. It's fine. Guys, tomorrow?
I really didn't mean to offend you. I'm sorry. I didn't think you would think anything about it.
Well, he doesn't really fuck around with stuff like that. It's too far.
Yeah, well, I don't really care about him. I just didn't want to offend you. Like, I didn't realize you'd be upset about that, so I apologize.
It's okay.
Yeah. I hope we're cool. Like,
We're cool.
I didn't mean to buy it.
We're cool.
Alright.
Okay. It's okay.
It's not my vibe.
Guys, I just want to say that, I am a big fan of Nina Drama's. A lot of people think it's just because of the way she looks. No, if she looked like that but wasn't who she was or is, she would mean nothing. The fact that she can do that right there says a lot about her. Not many females can take themselves to that level to demand that respect. And I know a lot of people judge her for her past, but we all have a past, man, each and every one of us. It's what we do with the present and the future, that counts. And I always tell people that so many people say they believe in God, they believe in Christ and all these things. And I'm like, well, if you do, then you should understand forgiveness and compassion, especially forgiveness. We all need that in the world. We need a lot more of it. There's too much revenge, too much fighting, too much killing. And I think that the more that we start to wise up and understand that, the more we'll start to be nice and kind to each other in some ways. But she's a great example of a human being in the sense that she could have taken the other route from everything she's been through in her life. She has dreams like each and every one of us have, but she had the balls to go for it. And she's not the only pretty woman that's out in the world. There's tons of them out there, especially now. But what she did was excel and supersede everyone else by just being herself and really not caring about what anybody else said. And I totally respect her for that because I've had to fight with that all my life due to certain circumstances in my life. And it's been very tough, but I'm still going to keep fighting for what I believe in. And I call her Nina G, which is J-I at the end of Nina. You put J-I at the end of anybody's name, it puts them in high respect. Like they used to say Gandhi G. Gandhi, Mahatma Gandhi. Gandhi G was in high respect. Nina G, I put her in high respect too. She gives so much of herself, and God bless her. I hope that she keeps doing well and she stays safe. She's beautiful, not just on the outside, guys, but on the inside. That's a rare factor to have beauty inside out. And you can see it in almost all her videos. And the fact that she's also vegan, totally badass, because I am too. And it took, it wasn't something I was born into. It took me a long time to understand through meditation why I did that. But, for whatever reason she did it, that's awesome. That's totally awesome. But guys, I have some great videos for you guys now. We're going to take a look at that. So just hang tight and we're going to get straight to it, okay? Hang tight. We're going to go
Truth, justice, and spirituality. Truth, justice, and spirituality. Truth, justice, and spirituality.
廃倉庫を探検していると、異物な人型が突進してきた。手足が細く、色が青白く、くぼんだ目をした生物は悪夢から飛び出したかのようで、一行はかろうじて逃げ出した。その後、物陰に消えた生物を何時間も探したが、何の痕跡も見つからなかった。
The images circulating around the world were reportedly reported by a U.S. Army Apache helicopter last week. The video leaked to not.
エリア51近くで不可解なものが墜落。ヘリコプターが現場を撮影しており、地面には光る物体があったが、これが UFO なのか別のものかは不明だという。 すぐに現場一帯は封鎖され、一般人は誰も立ち入れないままである。
Apache 16 to control, we have eyes on an unidentified object, over. Control to Apache 16, confirm visual. Any details on the object?
探検家は砂漠で空飛ぶピラミッドを撮影。最初は蜃気楼だと思ったが、実際にピラミッドが浮かんでおり、おそらく未知の何かとの関連があるのかもしれない。インドの村人が謎の金属球を発見。畑は60センチへこん。
Okay, just really quick, I've seen some of this stuff before, and it totally blows my mind. And this is, some of these videos that you're seeing here have been around long before artificial intelligence. That's the part that you have to, anything that we get before artificial intelligence is something that we ought to pay very close attention to. And especially in these rural parts of India and China and all these areas where they don't have so much technology, you know, they're filming with whatever they have at that moment in time. So you have to like look at these things. I look at this now, especially right now. I don't know if you guys heard about the Schumann resonance, which is supposed to be like the heartbeat of the earth, right? The frequency. So far, it has changed drastically, and it keeps changing. It's going to keep going through some fluctuation for the next few months. But if you look at it on a grid or some form of graphic, it would look like the Matrix almost, like when you see the letters and numbers and all those things and symbols. It almost looks like that. And it almost looks like I don't know how to explain it, but it almost looks like it's like these patterns, almost some kind of weird cosmic pattern of some sort. But basically, all these things are happening in the world right now. People are feeling vertigo, they're feeling dizziness, people are just like feeling all these weird things right now, including myself. I have a procedure that's going to be done on Monday because I'm having so much problems with my stomach. I mentioned in all my other videos. Guys, say a prayer for me, you know, that everything works well. I'm not feeling so well either. I just can't eat or anything, and it's been just very painful. And, you know, hopefully everything will go well. I have a lot of faith in God. I know things will go good. But let's get back to this cool video.
でおり、住民がすぐ警察に通報すると離れるように警告された。専門家が到着してもなんでできているのかわからず、飛行機やロケットの残骸の可能性もあるが、まだ確認されていない。カンザス州の田舎で撮影された映像は90年代のもののようだ。ある研究施設で科学者たちがパニックになり、走り回っている。空き地の上には謎の発光体が見え、彼らは急いで逃げているように見えた。リーク映像のため、発生日時と場所は確認されておらず、我々民間人が決して見られるはずのないものである。アリゾナのソノラ砂漠で謎の円盤が飛来。さらに降下したと思ったら、なんと異星人のようなものが現れた。UFO は生物を置き去りにして上空へ飛び立ったが、この後エイリアンも光に包まれて消えてしまった。なぜ下ろしたのか、異星人はどこへ消えたのか、また下ろした意味があったのか、その答えは風に吹かれている。
Wow. You know, I have to say these old videos are amazing. The simple fact that they're distorted and you can't really see everything makes it so much more authentic, you know, and I know that AI could replicate that, but it would have a lot of anomalies and it would be a lot of artifacts in it. If they did it, they would not be able to render it. It's funny that we're talking about rendering distortion being perfect, but that's really what it is. The distortion is perfect. They cannot render it that way in AI.
ブラジルの丘をハイキングしていた2人が説明できないものを発見した。黒い金属製の円盤が空中で静止し、下には楕円物体が浮かんでいる。恐る恐る2人が近づこうとすると、2つの物体は静かに上昇し、雲の中に消えたという。
That is awesome. That's
バンクー
totally
バー
awesome.
近郊でハイカーが林の上に浮かぶ物体を見つけた。飛行機でもドローンでもなく、リング状の物体は回転しながら発光していた。物体は伸びたり折れたり、ねじれたりしながら形を変え、目撃者は今まで見たことのない UFO だと震えていた。
You know, it has to make you wonder, like, what is out there, man? You know, like, and, you know, we always hear this stuff in the Bible about the city of God basically coming to earth, heaven, right? And heaven is supposed to be, it's gonna land here on earth at some point, whatever heaven is. And I believe that it's something intergalactic, some sort of, you know, maybe galactic federation or something something like that along those lines. And everybody's talking about God coming back and Christ coming back. You know, if you have to think, and this is not to take away from anything religious, but if there were people or beings or aliens or whatever that had more technology than us, and they were able to do things that we couldn't do, we would look at them like they were gods. And I think a lot of the times when we see things, like if we saw, look at the things we have right now, you know, the cell phone, we can talk to each other from God knows all parts of the globe. We can fly anywhere. We can do all these things. Imagine landing a plane, you know, a couple thousand years ago, back in Christ's time, even before that, go back even a few more thousand years ago, what the people would have thought. They would have no reference to what a plane is. They could only say a metal bird. You know, you have to think, like, this is a lot of the different descriptions that they, you know, spoke about of ancient times. You know, what if they were talking about futuristic, you know, technology? You know, it's just that to us it may not be futuristic because we're just starting off. Really, we've only been here in a written, recorded history of what, 6,000 years maybe, if we're lucky. It could be a little bit older than that, but I'm not sure. But you know, it's not very old if you look at the Earth being, what, 4 billion years old. The entire universe supposedly supposed to be 14 billion light years, but I don't know if that's the case. But it keeps changing now. They're saying that there's an infinite aspect beyond the very origin of where the universe started. So I don't know if that's true or not, but whatever the case may be, we don't even make a moment. You know, we're nothing in comparison to the entire universe. So it's just weird when you think about all these things.
南極探検中の男性が円盤状の UFO を見つけ、最初は壊れているように見えたが動き出し、ゆっくりと浮き上がった。だがあまり高くは上がれず、パワーが足りないようである。この下に異星人の基地があるのかもしれない。カリフォルニアの湖で何日も夜空を横切る奇妙な光が出没。この夜、男性が湖上に浮かぶ発光物体にレーザーポインターを向けてみた。
Whoa!
Oh, here's another one right here. You see him?
Check that out. Check that out.
Flying right over our heads.
レーザー光線がうまく物体に直撃し、一瞬照らし出されると完璧な円形であった。するとありえない動きを見せ、痕跡を残さずに消えてしまった。音も出なかったので。
Funny thing, guys, I just bought this flashlight, and it has like this thing that you can put on top of a lens that can make the beam so powerful it can burn through something, right? But I plan on, when it gets warmer out, well, first I'm going to definitely go into the park across the street, which has like an ancient Native American burial ground, to see if I can get any good footage of anything strange that's been happening there. Aside from that, I also want to see if there's anything in the sky that looks like it's like a UFO or some sort, and I'm going to high beam that thing with that flashlight and see what happens. Hopefully it'll, you know, if I see it moving very strange, of course I'm going to try, but if it's moving normal, of course it's dangerous. I'm not saying I'm going to never do that to a plane or a helicopter or anything like that. I hope none of you guys do that, because that could cause some real, you know, bad issues. So I don't condone that, and I am saying it right now. I'm never going to do that because I don't want to risk anybody's lives. But let's get back to this.
人の乗り物だと信じる人もいる。
And now he's turning.
Ooh,
Yeah.
flash.
Yeah,
See, that light is awesome.
Yeah, I just
Look at that.
午後
That
11
is so
時
cool.
30分頃、アリゾナにある小学校の監視カメラが説明のつかない人影を捉えた。廊下の窓の外に現れた姿
That
は
looks weird.
灰色のエイリアンのエイリアンのようで、暗くくぼんだ目をカメラに向けている。カメラを直視しているように見えたことから、電磁信号を認識する技術を持つ存在ではないかと推測
That
さ
thing
れる。
looks
その後、
scary,
どこかへ
man.
と姿を消したが、追跡調査は行われていない。2009年、ネバダの砂漠で地元男性が墜落したような巨大 UFO を撮影。その上には船を見守るかのように光る球体が飛んでいる。男性は怖くなり、すぐにこの場から立ち去った。セルビアの山で2体のエイリアンが見つかり、1体は地面に倒れていた。喧嘩に負けたのか、病気で倒れたのかわからないが、地面のエイリアンはまだ生きているようだ。立っている方は助けを求めるような視線をカメラに向けているが、撮影者が助けたのかは不明である。 ペルーで巨大な金属物体が突然空から降ってきた。
Look at that.
轟音とともに落下し、目撃者によると表面は熱で光り、奥に火が見えたという。人工衛星の破片かロケットブースターかと思われたが、宇宙機関は落下を否定。物体の形状や構造が基地のものとは一致せず、政府関係者も沈黙を守っていたため、目撃者は地球外の物体ではないかと信じている。2022年、ピッツバーグの男性が深夜に光るオーブが空を照らすのを目撃。遠くから見ると UFO の群れが隊列を組み、着陸準備をしているかのようだった。だが朝にはオーブは跡形もなく消えており、音も痕跡もなく、ただ謎だけが残された。ユタ州の山中にエイリアンのようなものが映り、そばで UFO が浮いている。この映像は彼らの秘密基地の存在や地球訪問を捉えたものと考えられている。午後2時、スコットランドの街上空に不可解なものが出没。霧の中、金属のような形が浮遊し、中心が光っていた。住民が
So these, it's interesting because in a lot of the ancient cultures, they had what you call sun discs. Then this looks just like a sun disc, just like the way they described it. How weird.
録画した映像からは航空機には見えず、数分後光はますます輝き、直視できないほど明るくなり、突然飛び上がり消えた。イギリスのシェフィールドに住む男性が撮影した映像。自宅のすぐ外に UFO が現れ、彼は母親に別のカメラを探すよう促した。新しい携帯を故障し、飛来した未確認飛行物体が別の場所に飛び去らないかと恐れた彼は、別の携帯を取ってくれと母親を催促。
ドラ息子。
1998年、漁船がフロリダ沖で予定より遠くまで進んでしまい、戻ろうとすると明るい光の群れを目撃。飛行機の照明やイサリビとは違い、さらに数が増え、波が光るほど明るくなった。漁師は言葉を失い、あの光が何であれ普通ではなかったため、エンジンをかけてこの場を離れた。コロラド上空の高度38,000フィート付近を飛行する飛行機の窓から謎の集団が見えた。船団は見事な隊列を組みながらネバダに向かっていた。乗客は目をそらすことができず、UFO が砂漠の秘密基地に向かっているのか、それとも何か恐ろしいことが起こっているのか、見当もつかなかった。真っ昼間、オーストラリアのパース上空に銀色の玉が現れた。ほぼ静止していたため、人々は足を止め、携帯を取り出し、空に浮かぶ金属球を撮影していた。飛行機でもドローンとも違い、球体は太陽光を反射しながら、しばらくその場に留まった後。
It's weird. These spheres were in the news for the last couple of years, especially during COVID, and like around that time, you started seeing a lot of these spheres coming out of the sky, and some scientists have, done some, I guess, examining the materials that it's made of, and they can find a lot of stuff here on Earth, but there's some that they don't know where the actual elements are from. These elements, some of the elements aren't from Earth, so it's really interesting. I'd love to know. They don't know how they're flying because there's nothing propelling it, no thrust, nothing. So there's something that's causing it to be anti-gravity like, and that's the most interesting part of these spheres. I forgot the name of the spheres. They're called the something spheres. Something spheres. God, I can't remember the name now, but if you guys know, put it in the comments.
ゆっくりと去っていった。
I don't think it's a balloon, but it's that silver orb again, isn't it?
Yeah.
I saw this before. This is awesome.
広くでこのようなものとは思えない物体が出現。形容しがたい物体が空を移動し、ドローンや気球には思えない。ジェットパックではないかとの指摘もあるが、物体は静かに浮遊し、音もなく消えていった。2022年6月、サンディエゴの夜空に光の変態が現れた。複数の場所から目撃されており、サンディエゴには海軍航空基地や航空宇宙施設があるため、軍用機ではないかと推測されたが、軍からは何も発表されていない。 NASA のカメラが国際宇宙ステーションのそばを時速約15000キロで移動する三角物体を捉えた。20分以上一定の高度で移動した後、突然方向を変え、ゆっくりと上に移動して消えた。NASA でさえこの正体をまだ特定できていない。アラバマの夜空に数十個の小さな光が出現。ドローンショーの最中、下にランダムに光る物体に注目。ドローンは安定した光を放っているが、下の光は上のダイヤを真似たように光り、動きも不可解で異世界の宇宙船だと疑う者もいた。メキシコのチョルラ遺跡上空で円盤型の UFO が数分間浮遊。空飛ぶ石のようなものは遺跡を見守るように浮かび、なんとも不気味であった。古代遺跡の近くで謎の物体が何度か目撃されており、何か関連があるのかもしれない。パナマで海上を飛ぶ円盤が目撃された。何かを探しているのか、物体は水面を滑るように移動し、その下。
You know, it's funny. We're seeing more and more flying anomalies now, especially with the drones coming into the picture now. And God knows there are probably rich billionaires, I'm not going to mention any names, that have the ability to create some of these things and probably spoof people as well now with the way the technology is going. Because now we have these robots now that look, if you watch their walk, when their gait when they walk, it almost is completely human-like with grace, posture, and everything. It's so strange, the world that we're moving into. It's like, it's like something definitely had to have happened to transition us from just the last few decades into where we're at today, and God knows where the hell we're going. It's really odd.
にはさざ波が立っている。ドローンや飛行機ではない可能性もある。ケンタッキー州のガソリンスタンド利用者が上空を見上げると UFO の編隊が滑空していた。彼らは驚くほど低空を飛行し、スタンド真上を通過した後、遠ざかった。映像は瞬く間に拡散され、投稿者は否定的な UFO に対する見解を改めたという。仲間とアリゾナの砂漠そばをドライブ中、空に銀色の円盤と遭遇。UFO は数秒浮遊した後、ハイキングを予定していた山へ飛び去ったため、彼らは計画を変更し、山へ行くのを諦めた。2022年7月、ポルトガルで金属製の UFO が飛来。真ん中を光らせた UFO は、教会上空を通り過ぎると、牧師と信者を震え上がらせ、見えなくなった。窓の外で鳩に餌をやっていた男性が、空に三角形の UFO を撮影。カーブに推進装置が見え、音もせず、驚くほどステレス性が高かった。当該場所は立ち入り禁止区域であるように見受けられるが、ネット上では不審視されている。
It's just like awe-inspiring to watch these things, because even if you don't believe in aliens or UFOs, and if you did see something like that in person, it would change your views in some way or another. You'd have to, if you have any kind of brains whatsoever, you'd have to question, what the hell is that? Why does it do that? How does it do that? And it would make you bring up all these questions. I think people are afraid to ask those questions. We just want to be comfortable and just pretend everything is just the way it is. But there's probably so much more to what's there, you know? And that's what fascinates me the most.
2022年5月、テキサス州サンアントニオの空が明るく発光。流星群だと思った人もいたが、3つの光は地上を監視するかのようにゆっくりと飛んでいた。だがこの夜、何が起こったのかは謎のままである。テキサスで発光する複数の光が丘の上に見えた。とても明るく、発光源の円盤は動かず、音も立てなかった。ただ静止し、まるで観察しているかのように浮遊し、その後は瞬く間に暗い空に消えたという。2025年4月、オハイオのショッピングセンターの駐車場に光る球体が現れた。最初、稲妻かと思ったが、光はあちこち移動し、冷たい光で輝いていた。本物の宮殿である可能性も指摘されているが、この世のものとは思えない存在感を放っていた。シカゴで激しい雷雨の中、男性がピラミッド型の UFO を偶然撮影。雷が光ると UFO は現れ、鳴り止むと消えた。これは UFO なのか、それとも軍の秘密兵器であろうか。ブリストル海峡上空をヘリが飛行中、熱検知カメラが不思議な球体を捉えた。 肉眼では見えず、風に逆らって飛んでいたが、航空管制に機体の記録はなく、SNS で映像公開。気象観測用の気球だとの意見もあるが、宇宙船だと信じる人は多い。洞窟に空飛ぶ円盤が入っていく映像。宇宙船は入り口付近で回転した後、中へ向かって飛行しており、UFO は思いのほか身近な場所に隠れているかもしれない。まだ手つかずの洞窟も多いため、異星人の船団が隠れている可能性もある。
Dude, that is just like blowing my mind when I see, like, look at this. It's hovering in such a small closed-in space here. I've seen this one before, and I remember the person that actually was narrating this was telling us what was going on, saying that it's coming up from this mountain down here on this side, and then it flies past this area, goes straight up and gets into this small crevice-like area compared to the, like this ship. Look how big the ship is, or UFO or UAP, whatever you want to call it. But somehow it's able to go straight into these things, and it's like openings like this. You have to wonder if there is an inner Earth. I always wonder. I feel like there actually may be. Admiral Byrd in the 1940s had said that when he had gone to Antarctica, that they discovered an inner Earth with very advanced beings, and he was and even said that their armada that we had sent there with Admiral Byrd was defeated in minutes, and all these things just really puzzle me. But guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I just want to give another shout out to Nina G, and who as Nina Drama, and Armand Sarukian, and hopefully they can find that people will be able to treat each other with more respect, especially in that in that genre. And people, even though they're fighters, I know that everybody thinks when you're a fighter you don't have to have respect. I think you should have more respect. But I've always loved the art of fighting. I've always loved professional athletes, and I hope to see more of it. And people that bring just happiness to the world, you got to give them some credit, man. And Nina G is one of those people, so I hope that God blesses you well. And each and every one of you out there, I hope that God blesses you with health, abundance, and wealth, and that we all prosper in some way, live a great, long, healthy life, and that you find God in your life, or find something, that's going to elevate you in some way. Guys, I am TSP, the Spiritual Philanthropist. This is the Daily Sutra, Truth, Justice, and Spirituality, guys. See you guys in the next video. The very word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society. And we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, to secret oaths, and to secret proceedings. We decided long ago that the dangers of excessive and unwarranted concealment far outweigh the dangers which are cited to justify it. It's not what your country can do for you, it's what your country can do to you.